Good morning, or if it isn't morning when you're watching this, hello, welcome. Let's get started straight away in child's pose. Taking knees apart, as wide apart as feels okay this early in the morning if you have only just woken up. Allowing the forehead to soften down to the mat. Just taking a couple deep breaths. And then walking hands over to the right, coming into a little bit of a side stretch. Left hand can press down on top of the right. And then walking hands over to the left. Right hand presses down on top of left. Coming back to center and then making your way into downward dog. Pedaling out the feet. Knees can be super bent for this very first down dog. Shifting hips from side to side, just taking any movement that feels good, and then stepping up into forward fold. Knees can be nice and bent, taking hold of opposite elbows and gently swaying side to side. Then coming into stillness and slowly rolling up through the spine, coming to stand in Tadasana. Taking a roll of the shoulders. And then from here, inhaling, arm sweep up overhead. Exhale, folding down into your forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, stepping back to plank and lowering onto belly. Taking hands a little bit wider than the mat, coming up onto fingertips, lifting up into cobra. And exhale, dipping right shoulder towards the center of the mat. Inhaling center. Exhale, left shoulder dips. Once more each side. Inhaling to come back to center, and then exhale to lower back down and pressing into downward dog. Taking 3 breaths in your downward dog. And just taking any wiggles that feel good. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, step to the very top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, re-bend. Inhale, sweeping arms down, around and up to lift up to stand, and exhale, Samastitihi. Release into Tadasana. From here, hugging right knee into your chest. And coming into a standing twist, opening up to the right arm reaches out behind you, left hand is to your knee. Really think about grounding through the left foot to help with your balance. And then coming back to center, keeping the knee lifted. From here, transitioning into a high lunge. Arms lift up and take some big arm circles 3 times. Making these circles really big. Returning to high lunge. From here, we'll take an open twist to the left. Sweeping left arm back, right arm reaches forward. Lots of energy through the back leg. And then from here, lowering your left arm to the back leg. Right arm sweeps up and over. Reverse warrior variation. Nice steady breaths. And then release, coming back into your high lunge, reaching arms up overhead. And then from here, taking hands through prayer and begin to shift your weight forward into the front leg, lifting back foot, coming into warrior 3. Sending so much energy out through that back foot. Toes can be pointed or flexed as long as there's lots of energy. Don't worry if you wobble like I just did, just come back into it. And then release arms down, coming into a forward fold. On your next inhale, coming up into a halfway lift. Exhale, re-bend. Step back to plank. Shift forward to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hips and knees lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, refolding. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach overhead. And exhale, bringing palms through prayer, Samastitihi, Tadasana. From here, lifting left knee in towards the chest, coming into that twist, reaching left arm back, right hand to knee, finding your balance. And then keeping the knee lifted, unwinding your twist and transitioning into high lunge. Finding your balance, no worries if you're wobbling like me. It is hard to find your balance first thing in the morning, coming into those big arm circles in your high lunge. Re-extending the arms up, and now we find our open twist over to the right. This time, left arm is forward, right arm is back, taking a deep breath here, and then coming into our twisted reverse warrior variation. Right hand lowers to the back leg. Coming back into high lunge now, and then taking hands to prayer, preparing for warrior 3, shifting weight into the front foot, and floating that back leg. I'm just noticing maybe balance is a little bit easier on this side. I don't think I fell this time. Bringing awareness back to your breath as you hold this balance. And then releasing hands to mat, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest reaching forwards, and exhale, down dog. Reconnecting to your breath, maybe taking a cleansing breath, exhaling through the mouth. And then inhaling, sweeping right leg up, three-legged dog, bending knee, opening up the hip. Leveling out the hips, hugging knee in towards the chest, then stepping foot in between the hands, cartwheeling the arms up into warrior 2. Just taking a moment to set up your warrior 2, bending deeply into the front knee. Gaze is soft over the middle finger of the front hand. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And exhale, transitioning into triangle. Taking 2 breaths in your triangle. And then using the core on an inhale to lift yourself up into reverse triangle, both legs are straight. And then on an exhale, cartwheeling the arms down, coming into runner's lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Getting ready for second side. On your next inhale, sweeping left leg up towards the ceiling, bending into the left knee, opening up the hip. Re-extending your leg and then stepping forward, setting up for warrior 2. On your next inhale, reversing your warrior. And then exhale, transitioning into triangle, straightening through that front leg. Only looking up at the top hand if that feels okay on the neck. And then using your core to transition into reverse triangle. And then when you're ready, cartwheeling arms down into runner's lunge. And flowing through a vinyasa or skipping it, will all meet in downward facing dog. Once you're in your down dog, just finding a couple little shakes, shifting hips from side to side. And then from here, stepping your right foot forward, setting up for pigeon. Shuffling your back foot back. Staying upright or lowering your torso down. And taking 5 deep breaths here. And always knowing that you can pause this video at any time if you'd like to take a moment to prop up your pigeon by taking a block underneath the hip. Alright, slowly making your way back up. and then pressing back into downward dog. Just pedal out the feet for a moment, and then we'll find pigeon on the second side. So stepping left leg forward this time, coming into your pigeon. Inhaling to lift the chest, and then exhale, bowing forward any amount. In poses like this, where you might be feeling quite a lot of sensation in the hip, I want you to visualize sending your breath into that area, and with every exhale, softening a little bit more. Slowly making your way up, and then shifting onto your left hip, swinging both legs forward, coming into Janu Shirshasana, extending left leg, bending right knee. Inhale to reach arms up, and then exhale, folding forward. Move your fingers so you're hinging from the hips to find this movement, keeping the spine nice and long. Actively flexing through the left foot, so that we're not passively stretching. Slowly release, come on up, and then take a gentle twist over to the right, keeping legs as they are. Inhaling to sit up taller, and exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Unwinding, and we'll just switch the legs, so extending right leg, bending left, taking sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh, inhaling to sit up nice and tall, reaching arms up, and exhaling, folding over the straight leg, flexing those right toes, keeping that straight leg nice and active. Slowly coming up, and then finding that twist over to the left this time. And release, coming down onto your back, hugging knees into chest, and find a little rock from side to side. Just finding any small movements that feel good here. And then taking hands behind the thighs, rocking and rolling a few times up and down the spine. And then when you're ready, coming up into a seated position. This is a morning class to wake up, so we're not having Shavasana, although you can always take Shavasana if you wish. From here, we'll take some cleansing breaths. So inhale to reach the arms up, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. In and out. Bowing forward in gratitude for your practice, and you're done. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and I hope that you'll like this video and subscribe to my channel.